Now we're recording.
Yeah, right after my perfect segue. My perfect, you did. You just want to record now. All right.
Hi, guys.
The illustrious, the mantastic, the flowlicious, the dominant, the holy, the blessed, the godly.
Oh, wow.
Faculty Lounge podcast has made it to a milestone of significant proportion. This is episode 100. Birdman. Yeah, we did that.
100.
No other recorded media in my life that I've partaken in can you find 100 of in one location on the internet. But now, just for you, there are 100 episodes of the Faculty Lounge podcast available to you on youtube.com/Faculty Lounge. Make sure you follow us across all social media at The Faculty Lounge. That's DA Faculty Lounge. I am at Chicago Fog. What? Don't do that after my thing. No, don't do that.
I am at Anonymous, ENONOMOS.
Make sure you check out WLC.clothing for all of your pro-black, anti-racism needs. Shouts out to Breezy Love. Check her out at _somebody_breezy. We're back and we're black. Blackity
Yes.
black and we're black. Yeah. So it's only fitting. Well, first of all, I am John Jay along with Anonymous.
Yep.
Welcome everybody watching on YouTube, listening on SoundCloud and Spotify. It's only fitting that today, of all days, on episode 100, that we focus strictly and specifically on keeping it 100.
100.
And allow me to start. This is not champagne.
Hey, man, if you're going to do it, you got to do it, man.
Hey.
If you're going to be a solid individual.
I got to keep it 100. This is not champagne, all right? This is sparkling cider. He knows why.
Yeah.
I know why. Don't worry about why, but it's not.
Hold on.
Come on. What we doing?
And this is not why.
That is not why.
This is not why.
That is not the
Sometimes
reason why.
being grown is more important than stunting.
Yes, sir.
Flossing.
Yes. I have the money.
Yeah, man.
So, I'm going to go and pop this while I'm opening it.
Pop
How
that.
was your week, sir?
Man, to keep it 100,
Keep it 100.
it's been a long, blurry day. It feels like 7 o'clock on the first day of the week still. Like, it hasn't even, like, I have no hope of this week ever finishing. Even though I know tomorrow's Monday, but today is Sunday, and it's a new week already. It just doesn't feel like, oh, you hear that? You hear that? Oh.
Got to put the cap on. No cap
Sleeve it.
no cap situations.
Sleeve it or leave it. Yeah, man. Yo, talking about keeping it 100. So I wanted to go back to the Bottom Feeders episode 98.
Oh yeah, that was a fun episode.
And I want to say, you know, you can't tell women what to do, but I would say, as far as like keeping your sexual hygiene clean, I feel like women could probably do a better job of carrying in their purse the kind of condoms that they would like to use. You know, because the guy just gonna go to the store and get whatever. You know.
Now I would.
But if you know that this kind of condom complements your pH or whatever, you know, it would be.
So in that regard, I would have to respectfully object. Cheers. And I'll tell you why. Here's why. I remember when I was engaging in relations with a young lady, and I was this was before I was doing it regularly, so I didn't have no rubbers on me. I just you don't come to the party prepared if you ain't never been to a party before.
Yeah.
So I had to use the condom she provided. and she provided the little bitty square ones that you get from the clinic. Yeah, no, it wasn't Lifestyle. The ones that came in the rectangle pack.
Oh yeah,
the bogus ones. So when I couldn't offer peak performance, I thought it was something wrong with me.
Because you never been to the party before.
And that party favor was not for me. That thing was like, man,
he was making sausage.
Yeah, man. That casing wasn't edible. No, but yeah, I agree with the pH thing, but the man, if the man ain't right with it, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it's true. Because I sell a lot of condoms, and girls, I'd say maybe one out of 15. I was gonna say 1 out of 10, but maybe 1 out of 15 condom purchases is a female.
Really?
And I always look like, man, that's what's up. Like you know you finna go get some, or even if maybe he told her to go to the store and grab them on the way there, so
when you make these sales, right? Are you selling? Because I know the liquor store, they sell singles.
Yeah, we only sell
boxes,
3-packs, and we only sell Durex.
Huh.
So
no Trojan.
No Trojans. I told the girl, she came in the other day, she was like, I need some Magnums. I'm like, we don't sell Trojans. I don't want Trojans. I want Magnums.
Oh, my.
Like, oh, my God. You're the same person that smokes Sweet Atomic.
What the hell is Sweet Atomic?
Aromatic.
K2?
No, you know the sweet aromatic backwoods?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh, man, this one girl come out. Let me get that 5-pack of the Sweet Atomics.
Okay. Another Keep.100 moment.
Not putting nothing atomic in your mouth.
I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed, but if you need something called, what is it called? Sweet Atomic? What is it?
A sweet aromatic.
Sweet aromatic. She call it atomic?
Yeah.
If you need something atomic, that ain't what you need to be smoking, man. I thought it was out of control when we got the white grape and mystery flavor.
Yeah. So I just realized White Owl been in business since 1886.
Yes.
So my question was to Instagram the other day, have people in America, because White Owls are for sale in America only, which is so weird.
For real?
A lot of tobacco products are for sale in the United States only. Like, if you look at the pack of squares, look at the pack of swishers, look at the pack of chewing tobacco, it's only for sale in the United States.
What? Maybe that's because you could grow tobacco anywhere.
Huh.
I believe so.
But these are like, the big brands. So, and I know you can get a swisher in Jamaica or in England or somewhere, So why can't, do their swishers taste different? Is there less poison in their swishers?
If the McDonald's is different, the tobacco products is different.
McDonald's is different?
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I went to Wendy's in Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico is the U.S.
Right. You got to go to Korea and to London. They got like the McWellington and shit.
Shit, I was in Columbus, Ohio. They had biscuits and gravy.
At McDonald's?
Yeah, and it was good.
Fat motherfucker.
I am a fan of biscuits and gravy.
Hell no.
Any restaurant that says they have biscuits and gravy, I'm getting that. I'm getting aside.
Okay. Let's have another Keeping It 100 moment. Your thoughts about we talked about this, but I don't think we didn't talk about this. Your thoughts on the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion thing?
Oh, yeah.
We never gave a
we never talked about this.
Nope.
All right. So, from Breonna Taylor to Meg Thee Stallion to the postal worker that disappeared while she was pregnant and never showed back up. Mm-hmm. I am starting to realize, and please don't jump down my throat in the comments, but now I'm starting to visually see how America treats black women. And it's very different than how America treats black men. Like, black men is like, you're wrong, I'm going to kill you. Black women is like, shut up. Shut up. Just go over there. And like, I'm starting to realize this, Like, even somebody as powerful as Meg Thee Stallion gets no respect when she gets shot by her spouse, right? They was going together, or they was...
That hasn't come out. We don't know the nature of their relationship at that time.
All right, but all right. Even if it wasn't the spouse, it's her friend that shot her in the foot. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, in my mind, I when I heard the story, I'm like, oh man, they must have been sitting in the car playing with the gun and it fell and bah, you know. But now I just don't understand. People calling her a snitch, and people saying she's wrong for everything she's doing.
Nah. So,
Like,
did you see the video where she came and like gave her version of what happened? So she came on live with a hoodie on and no makeup and all of that stuff.
some really good apple juice.
It's Martinelli's, boy. This is what you drink on New Year's when you are in AA or when you sober. Yeah. So she went in, said her piece as far as what happened, and she said it officially. Yes, Tory shot me, and a big point of what she was of that whole live was, I'm not a person that run to the police and tell them all my business. I was trying to protect this dude because, right. So
that's what So did you watch Bun B?
Nah, no. I've heard about Bun B, but I don't know what happened. What happened with Bun B?
So he was basically like, man, black women have been protecting our asses for hundreds and hundreds of years in this country.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's they man or they sons or they fathers or they uncles or they brothers, black women look out for black men, but they don't get the same love.
Man, I just have trouble with generalizations like that.
You see, now that is a generalization as a whole. Like, but I mean, as a whole,
like, cause that it got me feeling like
you're not doing something for your woman.
Yeah,
right?
like
yeah. But and then
or all women, black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian.
But yeah, I feel like I feel what everybody's yelling. Like, it's not like it's only Meg Thee Stallion saying this. I mean, look at Breonna Taylor. They still haven't brought up charges on the officers that killed her.
Do you know why?
No. Why? Do you know why?
Not enough to speak on it here, but I've been doing a bit of research. As I understand it, it's a bit sordid what happened with Breonna Taylor. I don't know that to be fact. I know that from the different sides of the political pool that has discussed the matter. So I heard a couple different things. Like I heard something about like a drug ring or some shit, and like she was in the middle of it, and her boyfriend was doing something, and he had warrants.
So
I don't know.
It was less police walking into the wrong house and killing somebody, and more of mob action, mafiosos, rogue police.
No.
Flipping pounds.
No, I think that she was a part of something that we don't know about.
All right.
And
you see, but I feel like that's the dismissal right there.
Yeah.
I feel like every time somebody brings up a black woman being wronged or hurt or maimed or killed in America, it's maybe you're something, or I heard somewhere that she was a bad person, or they were doing things over here.
See, now that's where the misconception comes in, because it's never about, oh, you did something wrong, so you deserve to get shot or die.
Yeah.
I think that
we did touch on this when you was like, when I was like, she got buns of steel.
Yeah, we made a joke about it. We didn't talk
See,
seriously
and
about it.
That's what I'm saying, how America just brushes off the problems when it's black women involved.
See, and I don't think that's what we were doing. I think that
I think kind of subconsciously we were. I feel like we didn't do it on purpose. We didn't set out with the goal of brushing her off or poking fun at her, but we got there and we were all laughing about it.
Okay.
Even when I stepped back a little bit, I still jabbed at it. How she does have buns of steel.
Well, I mean, all right. So it's one thing to make a joke, but it's another thing to make light of something serious. And I think those things are in two separate realms, right? Like, if you're making a joke about anything, it's like that unnecessarily mean you don't take it serious.
Yeah, every joke is going to be distasteful to somebody.
Right, because that's what jokes are.
Yeah.
Like, man, what now when I want to make a joke, I have to consider your feelings?
Yeah.
Like, man, I understand that it's serious and it's something that, you know, people go through. And the serious part of me empathizes with that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's multiple sides to everybody, and you have to find the funny in everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
you do have to find the funny and everything. But I guess this is something that has been, all the funny has been found.
But
and
that's
now there's no funny left.
That's
now it's time to like step up for our black women in America.
So let me ask you this, right? Okay. I think about this, and I think hard and long about things, right? So, you know, when we talk about injustice against black women specifically, right? It makes me think. I think that, and it goes back to what I always say, man, and I hate sounding like the stupid broken record that don't have perspective, because I do, because it is me, because it is my community, because it is my mother, my sister, my auntie, my fiance, my sister-in-law, right? This is what it is, right? But I still feel like, man, in the matters of oppression, man, when we start to colorize, we put ourselves in a position where the problem that we want to solve can never be solved.
You see, and
because you marginalizing the whole group.
You see, and I feel like you have to, if your left pinky is sprung, like you went for the ball and you stub your pinky in the ball, you're not going to say, well, all fingers matter. No, motherfucker, your left pinky is the one that's stubbed. This is the finger that hurts.
Okay.
So this is the finger that you have to put the brace on in order for it to get as strong as the rest of your fingers.
So, okay, I think an example, and I understand what you're saying, but as an example, let's use something different. Let's say Pizzagate.
Why? Like, that's really hard to... I'm gonna let you finish.
So let's say Pizzagate, right? There was a ruckus a few years ago about black kids going missing, right? And not being found.
Yeah.
And then the Pizzagate thing came out, right? So would I be insensitive to continue to put all of my focus on black children missing, despite the fact that Pizzagate look at me dead in my face, and these are children of all races and all young ages being abducted and put into pedophile rings, right? But for me to focus on one group and marginalize the situation, is that appropriate for me?
Yeah.
How?
Because
I mean, no. I guess the better question. Wait.
Was on this group.
The better question is, how does that remedy the problem?
The problem of black kids going missing before you found out about Pizzagate?
Okay. So does that make your cause less sensitive?
No. Look, if I'm worried about, let's say I'm worried about the 2500 block of West Cortez.
Yeah.
Right? And there's drug dealers and there's people getting shot and there's crackheads falling asleep in the middle of the street, and I'm on the 2500 block of West Cortez, right?
Yeah.
But then a cop shoots somebody on the 2300 block of West Cortez, and a family loses their building that catches fire on the 2600 block of West Cortez. I'm still focused on what's going on the 2500 block of West Cortez.
See, but that's a little different, because what are you talking about going on Cortez?
The drug dealing and the shooting and what's going on my block, and the crackhead that's been asleep on the corner.
See, but listen to what you're saying. You talk about drug dealing, shooting, and crackheads. On these other blocks, you talking about houses burning down and police shooting people. But if it's drug dealing, shooting, and crackheads on these other blocks, you would have a vested interest in these other blocks.
To get them all off of. Yeah, but I feel like when you say black women.
Mm-hmm.
Now I say black women, you say women. You're diluting the problem. You're diluting the problem that I'm trying to find a solution for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that's not. I mean, all women get dismissed. All races of men tell their women to shut up and cook. It's not just a black thing, you know. Like, yeah, it's not just a black thing, but I'm focused on what I'm focused on. You know, like if all right, let's say I'm a transmission mechanic. And I work
These
on
parallels are getting ridiculous.
Yeah, you know, I work on transmissions.
Yeah.
So I understand what transmissions do and how they hook up to the engines and how they hook up to the fuel line and all that. That's what I do because I know transmissions. It doesn't matter if it's a Honda or a Ford or a Chevy or a Lexus or a Range Rover. It's a transmission. But now if I'm a Honda certified mechanic, you're not going to bring your Bentley to a Honda certified mechanic. You're not going to bring your Ford or your Chevy to a Honda certified mechanic because this mechanic only works on Hondas.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm talking about black women in America getting dismissed, I'm not talking about women in America. I'm not talking about black people in America.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about black women. You feel me?
I do. I really do. But there's always going to be a part of me, and I think that's just a natural part of my humanity.
To try to see the bigger picture?
Not to see the bigger picture, but think about the end game to the problem.
Yeah.
Just like with BLM and everything that goes on outside as far as protesting against injustices or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I say all the time. Like, man, you can pass as much legislation as you want. You can fire as many police as you want. You can defund them all you want. Until there's a level of empathy from the inside.
Yeah, that's what matters. That's what matters.
That's what's going to matter.
Because I was having a conversation with somebody that I look up to in life, you know, this week, and I look up to in life, not just this week, but we were talking about, you know, good cops, bad cops, good people, bad people.
Yeah.
You know, and he was saying, for the most part, people are good, you know, and I'm like, yeah, I believe that. I believe that individual people, for the most part, are good people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to help the world. They want to see stuff. But you don't see individual people. Like, in my line of work, I see individuals.
Yeah.
But then you add one more person to that individual, and their whole moral code changes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you go from being that one cool young dude, and now he's in here with his girlfriend. And then it's a totally different dude.
Yeah.
Or now he's in here with 3 of his guys, and that was 4 of them.
The whole
his whole energy,
the whole narrative changes.
Yeah, so it's not that this is a good person or a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a group thing, you know. And it's like, yeah, you can put 3 good people together, and they might do some horrible shit.
See, and I like that you bringing up people instead of saying police, because if you want to take,
I'm not talking about police. I'm talking about any profession.
I know that.
Any people.
I know that, and that is a great point for you to make, because you're addressing the herd mentality as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just them. It's not just them. It's not just them. Anybody, under the right circumstances, can become something that's not complementary to the whole.
Yes.
Based on the kind of people that come around.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I agree that in this country, oppression is something that's prevalent relative to the American experience, relative to the black experience.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with all of those things, right? But I would like to take an approach where we can attack the root cause of the problem, right? So if the problem is wage disparity, if the problem is dismissiveness when it comes to domestic violence, right? Like, man, we can address black women in America, but we need to address domestic violence in America.
You see, I feel like what? See, like, so, all right, so we've been, what the you good over there, right?
Yeah, we good over there.
All right, so we've been at this for about 25 minutes now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying,
I'm saying both things. I'm saying both things can be true.
No, look. We've been at this for 25 minutes now, and I
Yeah.
keep saying black women need help. We
Yeah.
need to help black women.
Yeah.
And that's all I've been saying for the last 25 minutes. You've said we need to talk about women in general. We need to talk about domestic violence. We need to talk about, this, that, and the other. Instead of just being like, all right, how can we help black women?
All right.
Like the if the thing is, let's be less dismissive about black women.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have this conversation about black women.
See, I guess
And
I don't.
everywhere I go, everybody's like, okay, what do you want to talk about black women? Also, you want to talk about domestic violence. What you want to talk about black women?
Well, I guess when you say,
want to talk about disparities in education.
When you say
the black woman in America
when you say
is the
word,
most educated person in America.
When you say the word dismissive, I guess it's kind of broad. When you say dismissive, what is it pertaining to?
Everything, like just from any minor concern of, oh man, people don't see me for who I am. They see me for
Like what?
Like the black man's woman. That's what I am in America.
Give me an example of that.
Like how people were going in on Meg Thee Stallion about snitching on Tory Lanez. Like, this is a woman who got shot by a friend. Like, it's...
I didn't see the snitching thing. Is that a thing?
Yeah, people are saying that she's a snitch. Like, you bogus bitch, you a snitch. Woo woo. And it's like, no, a motherfucker shot me. A motherfucker didn't shoot my neighbor, and then I went and told.
And who you seen saying this? This the internet saying this?
It's the internet.
Oh, fuck them.
How you gonna say fuck them?
Cause they do this. Look, all right, we both know this about the internet. Now let's keep it. We keeping it 100.
We
right?
are keeping it 100.
So we both know this about the internet because every other episode we talk about how stupid the internet is and how the internet will never win because this is the nature of the internet. The nature of the internet is to tear down the individual, no matter who they are, what they stand for, race, color, creed, religion. If you're doing anything on the internet, we're taking you down.
I wish I could show you Bun B, man, because Bun B said it best. But Bun B says everything best. That's just, I mean, he's a college professor.
So so let's put a cap on this. I will say,
Meg did nothing wrong.
So, all right. So I will say, most likely, Megan Thee Stallion didn't deserve to get shot. Right?
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about, does she deserve to get shot?
Now, when you say did something wrong, right, that requires context.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody deserves to get shot. We all know this.
I mean, some people deserve to get shot.
Yeah, but I mean, in this instance, we can't see a reason directly that she would get shot, right?
Get shot, yeah.
So it's safe to say Megan Thee Stallion didn't deserve to get shot.
Yeah.
But another thing that you can say is we don't know what happened yet.
We don't know what happened yet.
And that's we're
probably never going to figure out what happened.
Oh, we're going to find out because they're going to court.
There's 3 people in the car?
It was 4 people. It was Meg, her friend, Tory, and the security. Right? So I was thinking about this, right? So, boom. Let's say it's me, you, your girl, her friend, and my brother riding in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your girl and her friend get out of the car arguing or whatever, or I'm arguing with your girl or whatever, and she and her friend get out of the car and start talking or whatever, and then I pull out a gun and start shooting at the ground and I shoot her.
Mm-hmm.
The police get there.
Mm-hmm.
The police get there, see somebody shot, see that there's a gun somewhere, but nobody gets arrested for shooting.
All right.
Is that a matter of, oh, I didn't say who shot me, so you can't arrest nobody? Does that ever happen that way?
Yeah, right? Like, there's a gun. And I know when I go to the airport, I'm, whatchamacallit, even without the hair. I don't think I've been on a plane with the hair. Mm-hmm. But when I go to the airport, they always hit me with the bam, you know, the
For the-
gun residue
for the
test.
gunpowder shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the gunpowder residue test. They always hit me with that shit.
Yeah.
So do cops not have those around? Like when it's somebody on a stretcher talking about, hey, I got shot in this car.
I mean,
Yeah.
the police don't need none of that, though. The police arrest you on suspicion. They don't need to confirm anything, right? So if it's somebody shot, a gun around, and a group of us, and no one else, somebody out of this group going to jail for that gun being fired, right? So in
That's how
that
it goes with
regard,
regular people.
huh?
But now this is L.A. we're talking about, right?
But think about the community they was in, man. Guns don't go off in that community without nothing happening.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
Yeah.
in L.A. But they also have the money.
See, man, I don't see, and that goes into the I don't know what happened thing.
Yeah,
Like I
It's
really,
like with Kevin Hart. Like the girl in the car with Kevin Hart didn't die, right?
I don't think so. And then
But like they had the money, so he was able to like call the police 45 minutes later.
Terrence J had an accident with somebody in the car. We still don't know who that was.
Yeah,
Like things happen.
in Hollywood.
Yeah, bad things happen. But I think until we get into court and see what actually happened, my official stance is gonna be I don't know what happened, but I don't think she should have got shot.
Yeah, I don't think she should have got shot.
But
Period.
but if the police pull up to the scene where a gun was fired and someone was shot
and the gun is still there.
and they don't arrest anybody,
Yeah.
what's the first thought that goes through your mind when you hear that?
So now this is my question. This is my question. If you shoot me and the police get there and say, do you want to press charges?
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works, right?
No.
Like as soon as you shoot a gun in America,
You've shot a gun. You've discharged a weapon.
yeah.
There
Like,
are consequences for that.
It doesn't matter. Like if you
Because it's federal.
because like if you rape somebody and they don't want to go to court and they don't want to put their name on paper, nothing happens to you, right? Like,
No. The state will pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if the person says, I don't want to press charges, I don't want to.
Hell no. The state will pick that up.
So then what am I thinking about?
Civil.
When somebody says, I don't want to press charges.
If
Like
it's civil,
Like if we boxing and shit in the street, and like, do you want to press assault charges?
in certain states, but not in Chicago. Yeah.
So I don't understand. How can I? So in a situation where, give me an example of a situation where I can say I don't want to press charges and they take the handcuffs off of you.
Okay.
If you like shoplifting,
I guess right. If it's like a petty theft or something like that.
yeah. See, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm thinking like,
But when it's something that could be added up to a felony, yeah. And then like I know with civil stuff, the police would just rather not be involved. Like car accidents, like
all right.
you know, they could
Like
be
if
what
you
it
got
is.
a DUI, then it's like, okay, you're drunk during the accident.
Right.
You got to go to jail.
You have to go to jail.
But if it's like you just a fender bender, boom.
If you outside, you could be a registered owner of the firearm. If it falls out of the holster and goes off and shoots somebody, you going to jail for UUW because
UUW.
unlawful use of a weapon because you didn't have it secured properly.
So just walking down the street with a gun not secured properly is unlawful use of a weapon.
Yes, because it got to be concealed. Yeah.
That's man.
So I say all of that to say, right, the way society has become now, the court of public opinion decides before context has been laid out.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that we don't know. I frankly feel uncomfortable having discussions about that particular situation in such depth.
And keeping it 100, I really don't even want to talk about that situation.
All right, so let's keep it 100 about something else.
All right, let's keep it 100 about somebody.
Black women matter. Black women matter. Black men matter.
You sound like you're pandering.
Our children matter. No,
You sound like you're pandering.
this is what you have to say. You have to say this. You have to. Do I not have to? I have to say this way.
Not. It's. I don't know, man.
I mean, I feel
really
I
don't
feel like
know.
I do because if I say anything other than what everybody else says, this is what I have to say. Because I'm not saying exactly what everybody else said.
I don't know, man. I need more black women in my life, man. I need to talk to more black women about what actually goes into empowering black women.
Well, I guess it's kind of difficult for me because throughout my life I've been surrounded by powerful women that made the rules and created their own destiny.
All right, but now
I understand that there are black women that are oppressed in this country.
Yeah.
But I don't want to make it sound like black women can't fend for themselves. Like Kamala Harris ain't about to be the vice president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Like Oprah and Gayle King don't run the media.
Yeah.
You know, like
see, now I was listening to Coleman Hughes talk,
mm-hmm.
and Coleman Hughes said it best. He said, black people have the same opportunities that everybody else has in America in the year 2020. He said that nobody is like like as far as like affirmative action and getting the job because you're black over this white guy, that shit doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. Like now you get the job that you deserve.
Yes.
You go out and get it.
Yeah.
Like yeah, some people's names get their resume looked over.
America is not like it was in the 60s.
But at the same time, it's on black people.
Mm-hmm.
Like now more than ever, you got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Mm-hmm.
Because now more than ever, it's possible.
Because you got the internet.
That's it. The internet.
Yep.
Like, look at these OnlyFans. These girls are going on OnlyFans a week or two, making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
In a week or two.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
you can do that. Or you can go out and get the degree and get the job.
mm-hmm.
You know? Or you can start the business. Or you can, you can do it.
You can do something.
Yeah. The only thing that you can't do
mm-hmm.
is walk around like the police won't kill you. Like that's the only thing that you can't do in America, And Karen is annoying, but she's not.
As a black version of that, one of the children coined the term for me.
This is what I said. You know what I said?
Sharon?
Sharon is Karen.
Yeah, Sharon is Karen.
Yeah, I said it.
One of the kids came up with that.
I've been said that like a month ago. I'm like, Sharon is Karen, but there has been no context for me to be like, oh, she's a Sharon.
It's white people, it's white women that get on your nerves and get in the wrong parts of people's business.
Yeah.
And there are black women that just don't give a damn about nothing you talking about until they finished.
Yeah, man.
They will ruin your day, your family's day, everybody's day.
So it's so Coleman Hughes was talking about the fact that in America, a black woman, I think he said, I don't know how many times, but he said a black woman is more likely to own a luxury car than a white woman.
I can imagine so.
And I was like, oh. And then you see it. You see like this white woman walk into the store with a Goyard bag. You look outside, she got a 2014 Toyota Camry, and then you see the black girl walk in with the fucking wrestling suit on,
driving a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Like when I was at the mall yesterday, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you seeing, I guess you would call it empowerment, but I mean it's people able to go and do what they want and support their habits. Yeah. That's what if you can get out here and support your habits,
mm-hmm.
I don't think you qualify for the oppression Olympics, because that's what I think is going on today, the oppression Olympics.
You think it's people just see, and that's why I don't want to dismiss the black woman.
See, I'm not dismissing anybody.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not. Right. I just don't want to dismiss the black woman in this conversation as a 3-time champion of the oppression Olympics.
That's why I don't like that form of speech. Like, saying that, we gotta protect.
Well, see,
protecting black women at all costs.
I
understand that, but saying all black women in America are oppressed,
it takes away from the people who are actually out there.
Yeah, it takes
living
away
their best
from
life.
my mama. It takes away from my auntie. It takes away from Principal Harris. It
Kamala
takes away
Harris.
from Kamala Harris. It takes away from Ava DuVernay. It takes away from Lena Waithe, Rihanna, Beyonce. On and on and on. LaKaylee 47, Rhapsody. I
Chica.
mean, you see that it's possible.
Yeah, see
Anything you want to do.
Cause I see we named a lot of celebrities, or but we also named politicians. You named your mother, who's not a politician or a celebrity, and
what's her name? Congressman Turner, Nina Turner, Keisha Lance Bottoms.
all right, see.
Come on, Maxine Waters. What are we talking about?
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of confusion. Like, so I was talking to my uncle, and he was telling me about how he was watching a video of this black woman at the Black Lives Matter protest.
Yeah.
Yelling at a white man. She didn't want him to be there. And it's like, bruh, this is where he needs to be to show you that he cares, But there's a level of confusion in the world right now that people don't know how to say exactly what they want. People don't know how to express themselves. Like, you're saying Black Lives Matter, come out here and show support with us.
Yeah.
And then the white people get there and it's like, what the fuck you doing here? Black Lives Matter, not your life. Ooh. And it's like, okay, what do you want? And like he broke it down for me, man. He really broke it down. He said, black people are fighting for some kind of power, right? But if let's say America's 100 inches tall, right? Let's say I'm 70 inches tall, and you're 13 inches tall, and you want something from me. I have to give it to you. Like, you're never going to just take it from me.
Yeah.
Like, you can punch at my kneecaps all day. If I'm holding this up here, you're not going to get whatever it is that you want out of my hand until I bring it down and give it to you.
And I love that analogy. Because not only is it 70 feet tall, it's not 70 feet tall. You got 7 10-footers standing on top of each other.
Yeah.
So when you're 100 and you can make these seven 10-foot people get from on top of each other and start arguing with each other, then they really never get anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I be talking about.
Because I didn't realize. I've been thinking like, oh man, they say white people gonna be a minority soon. So white people make up 63% of America. And when you add in the people who could pass for white, that claim white, like the European Latinos and the European, like the Arab European looking Arabs that can kind of pass for white, that claim white, it goes up to 72%. So 70% of America is white.
Yeah.
13% of America is black. So for black people to say, oh, we're going to fight, we're going to get it because we're going to take it, you ain't taking shit. Like, you kind of got to, like, not beg or ask politely, but you got to kind of make white people want to give it to you.
No, you don't have to do that either. You have to.
You ain't gonna take nothing.
No, it's the only way for things to work in a complimentary way in this country is for it to become a situation where you realize what the true nature of the beast is, and it ain't racism. It ain't color. The only color that matters in this country is
blue faces.
Exactamundo. And that's the biggest issue that I have with everything going on right now. Is because once you figure that out, all of these 7, 10-foot tall people that's pushing each other back and forth trying to figure out who's the most oppressed, they climb back on top of each other's shoulders.
And boom, you got the white Power Ranger. Boom. Going back to my percentage analogy, if America is 70% white and 13% black, of course there's more poor white people in America than poor black people in America. Of course police shoot white people. Police shoot more white people per year than black people in America. Like, of course. This is all obvious because of the numbers.
Well, no, see, that's a little skewed because those numbers were valid. It was like a what do they call that? It's per capita.
All right.
So per capita, it's more. So not just based on there's more
Well,
people,
I know that per
but
capita.
relative.
I know per capita, white people have more benefits than black people. Like as far as Link, EBT, and Section 8,
Yeah.
there's more white people on Section 8 and Link than there is
Yeah.
black people.
Yeah, because
Per capita, not just
Yeah.
numbers wise.
Yeah, because poverty knows no numbers.
But as far as poverty, yeah, there's a lot more poor white people out there than there is poor black people. But the one thing that they have is their skin.
And you know what? It's like the older I get, the harder time that I'm having with that, seeing the way that the world is changing, right? Because if you look at TV now, look at Netflix, right? How many white male leads do you see now? Like new white male leads.
But I wanted to talk about that too. Keeping it 100.
Yeah.
If we keeping it 100 and really seeing the world in 2020 vision,
Yeah.
I think we grew up in a renaissance of television.
Yeah.
See, because for every white show, I can think of a black show.
And now more than ever.
In the 90s, at least. I don't know about the 80s, but in the 90s, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, now more than ever you see where it's like, man, I was listening, I listened to Flagrant 2. I listened to Andrew Schultz. And, he's an actor too. And he was telling a story about his agent telling him, like, man, white male leads are not what's happening right now.
But that's just right now.
So if you white and male, don't even go out for it.
For the lead.
Yeah, pretty much. But, I mean, do you see that changing in the foreseeable future?
I mean, yeah.
I don't.
How
so?
You're going to want to see a white guy on TV again.
It don't matter. It don't matter, bruh. It don't matter.
How does it not matter? One day you're going to be like, man, there's not enough white guys on TV.
It don't matter.
I go outside and I see all these white guys.
Do you know why?
Not on TV anymore.
Do you know why? It's because you have a voice that's speaking about you that's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
There is a voice out here vocalizing concerns that you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
And therefore, that same oppression that you feel that you suffer is being placed on another group of people without your consent, control, or even knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I was looking at these, I was looking at a riot on TV and it was BLM versus Antifa. And I was like, who them?
Antifa, that's us.
No, it's not.
I thought Antifa was just the anti-fascist movement.
Yes, it is. But have you seen Antifa protests?
Yeah, they're like strapped up with the combat pants and the
Yeah. Now, have you seen Black Lives Matters protests?
Yeah, Walmart workers.
So look at this dynamic
no
right here.
To the BLM.
So look at this dynamic right here, right?
Well, all the offense to the BLM movement, the organization.
Because all I'm seeing is I'm seeing a group of people that are vocalizing oppression on the backs of black people, but it's not being enacted by black people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this, man? That's not for me.
Yeah.
Nobody asked me.
I didn't want that.
I don't want that. I do not want that. What's going on in Seattle right now, I don't want that.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
Yeah. See, and that's the confusion. What black people need in America is somewhere to go privately and talk amongst themselves and really hash out what black people want.
We need gangs back.
Low key. Because I've never been to a gang meeting, but I know plenty of gang members who would just not be around at a certain time of the week because they went to a gang meeting where I wasn't allowed.
Because you ain't gang.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was just on the block. I was out there with them, but I wasn't in the gang.
Yeah.
But they had meetings. They had handshakes and they had literature and they had, you know what I'm saying?
Breakfast programs.
All that.
Tutoring.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Everybody went to school.
But they were able to go somewhere. Yeah. And I've always said this. I've always said this about the black person in America. The one thing that the black person in America lacks is a lack of transparency. Because everything that comes out of your mouth,
everybody understands it.
Yeah.
I always thought about that when looking at other cultures speak, a native tongue.
Yeah, you got Spanish people. I could walk into Walmart with my girl, start talking Spanish, and most of the people in there won't know what I'm saying. You go to Chinatown, you don't know what the fuck they're saying when you're ordering your food, when they're cooking your food.
You go to Ukrainian village. Good luck.
You know,
Yeah.
but you look at these places and these people have community. They have something of their own that nobody can infiltrate.
Yeah.
You know, because it's theirs.
See, and I think that's the most dangerous part of this whole thing, right?
And then you go to a Black
Because-
Lives Matter protest, and everybody's there. Oh, what about women?
Well, technically, I'm black too. I love black women.
What about Asian women and white women? Yeah. We're here for black people. So yeah, women's lives matter. Yeah. Oh, what about old people? What are old people over here? Hey.
See,
and then look, we say Black Lives Matter, right?
Yep.
And then who says it? Amish people. Witches.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not making this shit up. There's Amish people out there with Black Lives Matter posters. Witches are out there with Black Lives Matter posters.
I seen furries with Black Lives Matter posters.
All right, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Do we need to learn Swahili? Does Swahili need to really make a comeback in America?
I think it started with Barack Obama. I think it started with Barack, right? Where you remember when Barack was in office and he would never just come out and say black. He would always say people of color.
Yeah.
I think that's how it started. So now black equals all inclusive.
That it doesn't though.
But that's not for you to say. And ain't that the bitch of it
It
all?
is for me to say.
No, it's
though.
not. You can say it all you want. It don't matter.
I mean, it's obvious that an Asian woman is not a black person.
It doesn't matter anymore.
It's obvious
all right?
that this, this Puerto Rican woman who put Anglo-Saxon on the census.
It don't matter.
She's obviously not a black person.
Bruh, it don't
You know?
matter anymore.
And it's like, all right. See, when I said black don't stop, I didn't mean it just encompasses everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm telling you, they going to have an Asian man playing Michael Jackson in the biopic. Tupac going to be Puerto Rican. What else? Malcolm X going to have a perm. It's going to be, But, see, and when we go back to the very beginning of this episode and the conversation that we was having, I'm reluctant to speak about black oppression in this way because when they get their hands on it, they turn it into something different than exactly what we saying it is and what it needs to be.
You know, there's so many things that go on in other languages that they can't get their hands on.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been preaching this for years now.
It's true.
We've literally been doing the Faculty Lounge podcast for 2 years now.
In English.
Like, I've been preaching this, that, man, so many things go on in other languages that we just don't know about. Mm-hmm. They have all sorts of sayings and ancient proverbs that we never heard, and you can't translate them to English correctly.
A great way to put across what you're saying right now. Look at the people who we call so-called culture vultures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say that
100.
black people had their own language, right? Vlad TV is no longer the most popular platform for hip hop.
That's okay with me.
Yeah, but you see how it's a snowball effect. It's like if you don't speak this, you can't control it because you're not going to be able to understand it.
So my famous.
That's why I love Burna Boy so much.
So you know where my famous analogy came from?
Bill Nye the Science Guy?
I was watching at work. I don't know how it popped up. You know, you be watching the video, then you put your hand down and it clicks on the next video.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was watching Charlemagne the God on Vlad TV talking about the whole Kanye West versus Wiz Khalifa beef that was going on when Kanye thought KK was Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it like the whole Taylor. I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. And then the reason I said that is because I wanted to listen to the song to get all the lyrics. And then I watched the video, and it's the video where everybody's laying in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Pizzagate video, bro. Like, you got Bill and Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
You got Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
You got Ray J, Rihanna, Chris Brown. You got Amber Rose.
How is this the Pizzagate video?
Bro, half the people in that bed are involved in this Pizzagate thing.
Now you reach.
Nah, and the whole concept of it was famous. How his famous people are in bed together, right? I don't know, man. 4 years ago, and it's more relevant now than it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, it was just shocking that Kanye West got these wax figures of all these famous people naked in the bed with him. You know, now it's like, oh, those two. Oh, like, you know about Ray J and Kim, and then you know about Rihanna and
Brown?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So okay, those make sense in the bed. But why is Bill Clinton here? Why is George Bush here? Why is Bill Cosby here? You know, like, it was just like, I don't know.
I don't know either. And I'm gonna keep it 100.
If we don't know, we can't keep it 100.
Right, I'm gonna keep it 100. If I don't know, it ain't much for me to say about it.
So it's another number that I want to talk about, keeping it 100.
The number that we don't say on this show?
Yes.
Okay. So we talking about Rainbow Dan.
We talking about Rainbow Dan. Danielson.
Okay.
Yeah. Keeping it 100. He is, to keep it 100. 100. You want me to keep it as real as possible?
It is the 100th episode.
He's slowly, very slowly, not as a musical artist, but as the troll from under the bridge. He is slowly gaining a little bit of my respect. Not as a snitch, but just as a staying true to himself. Like, this motherfucker, he ain't folded. And it's amazing that he keeps going out and he hasn't gotten shot yet. You know? Like,
there's a reason.
Yeah, they were saying 5K a day. 5K a day, you can walk through any alley.
So what I'm witnessing, you seen the American Pie movies, right?
Yeah.
You know who Rainbow Dan is?
No, well, I've seen a little bit of some. I haven't. I'm lying.
Okay, so
I'm
have
keeping
you?
it 100. I haven't.
Have you seen American?
Because there's like 3 of them, right?
Yeah, it's American Pie, American Pie 2, American. I think it's American Wedding, and then I think it's American Reunion. I think it's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay, so you're familiar with the character of Stifler, right?
Yeah.
So Stifler was the dumb jock all the girls liked in high school because he was, bold and outrageous, and he, was crass and said stupid shit out of his mouth, which is cool for high school students, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you notice as the movies go on,
I don't notice.
As everybody else matured, as Jim matured, as Oz matured or whatever, the Stiffmeister stayed in high school, right? So once they was all grown, he was the motherfucker running around trying to hump on somebody's leg while everybody else is there with their wife and fiance and kids and shit.
Yeah.
And he looking like a damn idiot.
Yeah.
I think this is where Rainbow Dan is at this stage of his career. So I was looking at what the nigga had on. He had on a half purple, half green hoodie.
Oh, that's the merch for the next album.
It's horrible.
But the kids are going to go crazy over it.
I think that the kids that do go crazy over it are the same people that go crazy for the Insane Clown Posse.
Nah.
Not the same mentality. No. Not the same people in that way. No. It's much respect to the Juggalos.
Yeah.
I would never disrespect the Juggalos that way. What I mean is, you're going to have your following that understands you, right? And you understand them, right? But in this case, it's a bunch of goofy mogs.
Yeah.
And they going to live on Goofy Mog Island together, and hip-hop is going to move on.
All right. Man, because, so the reason I'm talking about them in any way is because I was at work last night and somebody came up with, 2 15s in the trunk. And it's like,
playing that shit?
why?
Because motherfuckers don't have knowledge of self, man. And they want to identify with what's popping in these streets, I guess. Or what's hot on the internet.
Yeah.
But I must say I'm very proud of how Dirk asserting himself through this whole situation.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
can we give him his flowers a 3rd week in a row?
Yes, sir.
The first week was Drake. The second week was Nas.
Yep.
3rd week 6ix9ine.
Yep.
Like, come on, Dirk.
Don't you say those numbers again.
Come on, Dirk.
Yeah, but he approached it how anybody that spent any reasonable amount of time around street individuals or in the street doing street individual things should assert themselves.
I mean, well, also he is like popping right now.
Yeah, been popping.
Like,
So,
but
yeah.
but at the same time, you can't whatchamacallit.
What?
Yeah, he asserted himself in that manner, but also
Uh-huh.
he treated the situation like a person who has more than $3 million in the bank. You know,
Yeah.
if you don't have $3 million in the bank,
You
and
gonna say,
somebody
man,
says,
I'm gonna think about that $3 million.
I think about it. I think about it. And even if you go and you consult your consultations, if you consult your counselors, and they be like, no, you still gonna think about it. You still gonna take it to somebody if you don't have the $3 million in the bank.
Yeah, I think I think it speaks to his moral character. Though.
But now, whose $3 million are these? Are these Rainbow Dan's $3 million, or are these?
It's the
Is
labels.
he still on the label?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's some.
And now, did Akon produce the whole album?
I don't know. All I know is Akon is disparaging T-Pain's name right now and doing features with Rainbow Dan, so I don't have much to say about Akon. I won't disrespect him.
Yeah.
I won't say I don't respect him.
And now,
I'll just not talk about him.
now
Let's keep it 100 about the
We done-
most relevant thing of all.
I'm finna say we done got here.
Yeah. Let's have a moment of silence for.
All right. I like the way this show flow. We didn't write
Yeah.
nothing down or anything.
That's because we're getting good at it.
But we know that when you mention Akon, you have to say,
Let's have a moment of silence in memoriam of Chadwick Boseman, who passed away at age 43 from a 4-year battle.
so is it 43 or 42?
I've seen both. I'm not sure.
Because they were saying that he passed away. So, this year they celebrated Jackie Robinson Day on a
Right.
different
So he was
day.
42. He played Jackie Robinson in
42.
42,
And
he passed on Jackie Robinson Day.
Yeah.
I don't know how factual that is, but let's get back to it after we have a moment of silence for the life of Chadwick Boseman.
That might actually be the longest moment of silence we've ever had.
I mean, he had a very tough catalog, man.
Like,
Have you seen all of his movies?
nah.
Go watch Marshall.
I saw Five Brothers.
Five Brothers.
Bloods. Five Bloods.
Yeah, Five Bloods.
I saw Black Panther. I didn't see Jackie.
Yeah, that was good. 42. Did
Yeah.
you see Marshall?
No, that was like one of his earlier movies, right?
Not earlier. Like Get On Up was like the first one when he played James Brown. Did you see 21 Bridges?
No, I wanted to though. That's
You
like
ain't
16
seen none of his movies.
That's like 16 blocks, right?
Hell no.
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 Well, he's like
It's kind of like 16 blocks.
yeah.
I get what you're saying, but it's a
One
little
of them
different.
cop movies. You stuck in a little area and you gotta like run around and find somebody. Or do
Yeah, and it all
something.
takes place in one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's definitely one of those.
Mm.
Yeah, tough catalog, man, and
But shit, I mean, just what he did for black people.
yeah.
Like, cause one thing. Well, yeah, Stan Lee had a lot to do with it, because he created this whole universe.
Well, I mean, just go beyond Black Panther. Look at the real black people he portrayed. The real great black people.
Yeah, yeah.
Thurgood Marshall. And,
I'm just saying I'm taking Black Panther as an example because
yeah,
of all the black people who got dressed up
yeah.
like the Marvel
Or like Star Wars fans.
Marvel fans or
Yeah.
Star Wars fans who get dressed up to go to watch the movie.
Yeah.
How many stormtroopers have you seen go watch a Star Wars movie? Or how many Captain Americas have you seen go watch a Marvel movie?
All of them.
And then like it was going in on black people for wearing dashikis and wearing their froze out to go watch the Black Panther. When it was like, nah, this is just like you putting on a stormtrooper outfit to go watch a Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it makes people proud, and he brought a lot of pride, but not like that evil pride that makes you do bad stuff.
Like Denzel in Training Day.
yeah. Yeah. Exactly like that.
This was good pride.
Yeah, this is the good pride that makes you want to help people.
Yeah.
And become a better person.
Well, I definitely feel like his acting chops. Like Black Panther was okay. It was a good movie. It did what it was supposed to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
His other films,
Damn, I wonder if Black Panther 2 is shot already.
Get On Up, 42, Marshall, those films, man. Sheesh. Like, what you it's a movie about Thurgood Marshall that's great.
Yo, and the most amazing part about most of those movies is that he was already battling stage 4 colon cancer.
Yep, stage 4.
Well, he was diagnosed with stage 3 in 2016. So for the last 4 years, he's made most of them. I know he made 42 and
Get On Up,
Black Panther, and all of those movies came out after 2016. So yeah, the whole time he was diagnosed with cancer, and he was going to like cancer wards and showing up for the little kids with cancer, and like he was a really good dude.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. So I would say one of the most important things to take from this.
Rest in peace. Also, can not say rest in peace, Cliff Robinson.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Cliff Robinson.
I got a lot of Cliff Robinson basketball cards at home.
Yes, sir. I would say that one of the most important things to take away from this is, and this is the reason why I cut my beard off and shaved my face.
No, it's not.
It is. The first time I did it.
All right.
That's the reason why. You know, because there are men in this world that have stage 4 colon cancer that will die. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like, man, this is real, and it hits home when you see this. Like, man, a great man doing films, living his best life, going through this battle.
You know, his last tweet is the most retweeted tweet ever.
What was that?
Supporting Kamala Harris. But now she's not even like African American, right? Ain't she like Indonesian and Jamaican or some shit?
It's selective.
She's Indian and Jamaican, or Indian and Canadian, or some shit.
So look, I want to
why all black politicians got to be questionable
before we get off of Chadwick, make sure y'all go and visit the Movember Foundation, man. Maybe find out some more information about colon cancer and the other diseases that affect men around the world. Make a donation, sign up, become a Mo-Bro or a Mo-Sis. And, yeah, man, let's help get some more research, get some more funding. You know, people need help around the world. It's plenty of men that have colon cancer that are not Chadwick Boseman, and they're not going to live that long because they don't have the financial means to do so.
Yeah.
So that's Movember.com. That's the Movember Foundation, man. They got tons of resources for you to do your own research and read up about exactly what colon cancer is and how it affects men, black men, as well, every day around the world.
See, now I feel like when you say black men, you're taking away from all the men who have colon cancer.
Well, I mean, it's a statistical fact that black men are more susceptible to colon cancer.
All right. Now, in the year 2020, keeping it 100, I want to retweet a tweet from Rello.
Okay.
It said, "This is also a sad and surreal reminder that on top of fighting racism and oppression, black people still have to fight regular life threats and illnesses. Still. You know, like in the year 2020, we're going through all of this stuff. We haven't even talked about the little jackass up in not Wakanda, in Kenosha. You know, but yeah, man, I don't want to disrespect the man's name by calling him Skateboard Guy, but Skateboard Guy is a fucking American hero. Yeah, man, it seems like in 2020, when you got coronavirus, you got two hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico at the same time. You know, like Mother Nature's trying to kill us, and we're still out here killing each other. You know, you got the young dudes in my neighborhood. My block lost 2 people this month. One right around the corner. One guy that actually lived on my block is no longer with us, and then another guy that used to hustle on my block is no longer with us. This month, August 2020. That's not the total count for the year, because if I go back, which I try not to do, I start thinking about, damn, yeah, I gave that guy a T-shirt. I gave that guy a sticker. Oh yeah, I fed that guy one day. Oh yeah, damn. Like when I start really thinking about all the guys that I will never see again, it's like, bruh, stop this shit. Like, and it's never anybody over 25, 26 years old. The oldest one was like, so far the oldest one this year has been like 22.
It ain't gonna stop.
You know?
You know why it ain't gonna stop?
Keep it 100.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 in saying that I don't think it'll stop. One, because the seed has been sown so deeply in the earth for so many years. And two, I believe that black people, specifically in the ghettos of America, have a problem with accountability.
Yeah.
I truly believe that, man.
All right, so I was listening to, and again, and when I talk about these safe places for black people to have these conversations, it was this white dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening to Coleman Hughes, and I was going around, and then I seen this panel, and I'm like, oh, that looks good. You know, 9 of the most well-spoken, politically intellectual, smart black people in America, right? Mm-hmm. We're on this white guy's podcast, and he was asking the questions, and he was definitely apologetic about what he was about to say. Like, man, I know I'm the white guy. I know I'm the only one in the room, but what do you think black people can do to, you know? And they were like, bam, 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 you know? And one of them said that it started in the 70s and the 80s. Mm-hmm. So in the 60s, you get, was it 60s you get Section 8 or welfare?
Oh, don't give me the quoting
I think welfare started in the 20s or 30s, but in the 60s, they changed it to where, like, you couldn't have the man in the house and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like in the 70s and 80s, the mind state changed. And that's where we're at now, is the mind state of, well, we're oppressed people, and they owe us this. So we ain't got to follow the same rules that y'all follow because we oppressed. So fuck all the rules. Mm-hmm. And it's like, nah, bruh. Because after you die, what if your kids don't want to fuck all the rules? What if your kids just want a nice house with a wraparound porch? Or your kid's only goal in life is to pay all his bills on time and have an inflatable swimming pool in the backyard.
Better yet, your child's only goal in life is to become a colonel.
You know, something that requires structure.
Yeah.
In your family setting.
Structure and accountability.
So like there's this lack of accountability.
Yeah.
You know, how I was saying earlier, how a black woman is more likely to drive a luxury vehicle than a white woman. Mm-hmm. It's like there's accountability, you know, like you have to be accountable. Like you have to really look at yourself and say, okay, on an individual level, because this is where individuals will be good or bad on an individual level. You look at yourself and say, okay, this is what I need to reach my goals. So, all right, I'm going to go out with my friends. We're going to have these drinks on this Friday night, and I'm going to wear my little skimpy skirt, and I'm going to do this, and we're going to have fun. But once it's all said and done,
I got to study.
Yeah, I got to study. I got to eat these salads for the rest of the week because I drank 4 drinks instead of 2. Mm-hmm. So now I got to eat the salad instead of the bread, and I got to study. I have to pay these bills. You know what I'm saying? I have to go to work. Boom, boom, boom. I have to be accountable, not to the world, because, yeah, fuck the world. You have to be accountable to yourself.
Yeah, just be accountable to what's in front of you. Like I was in the park yesterday. I had just got finished doing my run or whatever. So it was a garbage can, right? And I'm like, hell yeah, it's a can right here. I can throw out all of these empty water bottles that's in my trunk, right? Mm-hmm. So as I'm doing this, I'm steady walking past this McDonald's bag. Mm-hmm. And then I stopped, like, wait a minute.
Why the fuck I ain't picked it up?
Right. Why am I steady walking past this bag instead of just picking it up and throwing it away? And then I think about how many other people, the bag is here, the garbage is here, right at the sidewalk. Like, man, just pick it up and put it in there.
Yeah, man.
And it goes back to what we always talk about, man. Clean up your room. Make your bed. Eat at the table. Mm-hmm. All of these things build a culture of accountability and responsibility in your life, man. And if you can do those simple things, if you can't do those simple things, something as big as toppling racism and inequality, you'll never be able to do it. If you cannot pick up the piece of trash that's next to the garbage can
and put it in the garbage can. It's so simple. It's so simple to, and it's the reward is personal. The reward is knowing that you did it.
Nobody will see it.
Nobody's gonna see it, but you'll know that you did it.
Nobody's gonna live themselves picking up a McDonald's bag and putting it in the garbage.
You
But
know?
why is that?
Because it's too good. It's too good for the internet.
And that's keeping it 100. So we got to bounce, man. But thank y'all for rocking with us this far. This is episode 100. 100 times we've done this. All right. So make sure you.
Yeah, man. So I like this whole the topics we've been using.
Yeah.
Because everything that we've gone for so far is for the purpose of accountability. We started off with laughing at the wrong shit.
Yeah.
You know, when you're laughing at the wrong shit, you're not holding yourself accountable for being a positive person. Like you have to hold yourself accountable and know, hey, I'm laughing at the wrong shit. This is not okay.
Yeah.
Let me stop this. You know? Clean your dick. You know what I'm saying? The bottom feeder episode was all about sexual hygiene.
Yeah.
About
protecting the kids.
Yeah, protecting the kids, keeping it 100.
Yep.
Like all of these things are going to lead to more accountability.
Yep. And the people who listen, hopefully.
Each one teach one.
Yeah.
Hopefully the people who listen take this message to other people. You know, even if they don't share, we want you to like, subscribe, and share the page. But even if you don't share the actual page, share the message.
And you can't like, comment, and subscribe if you don't know where to go. And that's youtube.com/faculty lounge. All right. If you're on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/faculty-lounge. You're going to search Faculty Lounge on Spotify, and our podcast should pop up right in your search bar. All right. Every Sunday. We'll be back next week for episode 101. Follow us across all social media at The Faculty Lounge. That's DA Faculty Lounge. You can find me at Chicago Fog.
I'm at Anonymous, ENONOMOS.
And it's been a blast, man. 100 episodes. Let's get to 100 more, man. Thanks to everybody that subscribed. Thanks to all our regular watchers, man. Thanks to everybody that held a conversation with us on Milwaukee. We was trying to get to 100 to get our custom URL. Thank you to everybody that watches the commercials on Instagram. Thanks to everybody that bought a sticker pack. Wears a button. Put the sticker on something. You know. Thanks to all of you, because this thing started in our minds, man.
Yeah, man, and we've made it this far, man.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get y'all more people to sit in the audience with y'all soon, and y'all can help us out with that too. But I still want to do something big for y'all. I just want today in honor of the 100th episode, I'm gonna go on Instagram Live as soon as we stop recording, and I'm gonna make an announcement.
Okay. So with that, we're gonna get out of here. Remember, folks, good friends and good conversations that last a lifetime.
I like that. I love that, man.
What time is it?
Time to get back to the students.
Double salute. Thanks for watching and listening. Peace.